Okay, guys. Hopefully you can hear me fine. Had some sort of issues with frame rates, but I think that we're back. Basically, gonna do a really quick stream. Just finished work. So before I head off my computer for the day, I kind of wanted to see if we could implement some of the things that Bobby sent across in the last stream. So yeah, before I head off the day, I thought it'd be fun. I'm gonna set a timer because I'm quite bad at letting this overrun. So I'm gonna set like an hour timer, see what we get done. Yeah, so I'll start that now. Um, I have added some changes already. Nothing major. I literally just changed of the blur of the gradients in the background. Let me just show you guys. So it's now like black instead of blue, which it was before. And if you look into the Figma doc, let's see, bring it over here. I'm still getting some bad frame rates, but hopefully it kind of sorts itself out. If it's just like sort of readable or uh, like you can't enjoy the stream, then I'll just head off for the day, I think, because my internet's just playing up and it's being really annoying. Um, so yeah, hopefully it picks up, but it's not looking like it's doing much. Um, uh, I don't know. How's it looking for you? Hopefully it's fine, but I don't know. On my end, I'm getting some pretty bad frame rates, so I can imagine you are too. Um, but I don't know. It's so weird. It's fluctuating so much. It's like going from like the frame rate like 30 FPS, which is what I have it set to, down to like 5 and then back out to 30 like super quickly that I don't really know what's happening. Um, yeah, basically trying to decide if it's worth like sticking around and trying to see if this will sort itself out or whether I should just head off because um, probably not going to do much anyway, so I could just wait for another day. But I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I'm gonna go ahead for a bit. If the frame rate's really bad, I don't know, because then I don't want to do any work on the products. If there's gonna be no video to show that with. So yeah, I really don't know, and I'm just getting some terrible FPS. But like it says that my stream status is like green, which is kind of weird, right? Because I expected that to not be the case. Um, so honestly, have no idea. Honestly, have no idea. Let's have a look on my phone and kind of see what we're doing. Um, but like it says that my stream status is like green, which is kind of weird, right? Because I expected that to not be the case. Well, it kind of looks fine to be honest. So I'm just gonna go ahead. I try to ignore the frame rates for a little bit, but if you guys are finding it like super hard, then just say that my frame rates are really really low, and yeah, maybe we'll head off for the day. My computer is being like really slow as well, but I have like no programs running, right? So I don't really know. I don't really know. Um, very annoying. It's like I can't keep my eye off it. So basically, what I did is I literally just changed the background blob things that we have to be the gray color in this design, and that's literally it. So the next thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna hide this basically until um, they sort of click this button, and then it will sort of show the input. Um, so yeah, just let me know if it's like super laggy or anything on your end. Hopefully it's not. So to do that, I'm gonna go into the index page, which is what that page is on. And let's see, we have this whisper component, so I guess we want to have like an intro component like this, and then maybe we'll pass it something like set intro visible like this, and then we can even just do this because that's probably exactly what I'm going to call it in the state, and we'll just have a state up here. Intro visible set intro visible equals use state. Use state, and I guess it's going to be true by default. Cool, and then I can just basically put this in a little conditional. I guess we don't need to wrap them like this, and just wait for prettier to do its job. Then obviously this intro component no longer exists, or doesn't exist yet, so we'll make that. And it's gonna need some styles.ts. It's probably gonna have quite similar sort of styles to this, because it's gonna have the footer and things the same. It's gonna have like a button in it, so I'm probably, I could have like a global layout component for the page, and I could put this stuff in there. I could do that, might make more sense, but for now I'm just gonna like copy things across just because easier for now. Import styled from style. Definitely probably not the right way to do it though. Let's say intro container, and it's not going to be a form, it can just be a div, and this is fine. And then what else do we need from here? We need the footer here, so let's just take that and put this in here too. And we'll just call it intro footer. Cool. And then we'll import React from React const intro is a React functional component when we are passing it some props, which is the set intro visible function, which is going to change the state. So what do we want to do here? We want to set type for intro props, and then we can say the set intro visible is going to be a function which takes the state, which is a boolean, and then it will just void, and then we can pass these props into the functional component intro props, and then we can get them here. Set intro visible, and then we can say return, and then intro container, and then if we do this and this, which I think we did in the whisper component as well, we can just do intro footer and do a React fragment there, and then I'm pretty sure I have a button component, right? Genuinely can't remember. Yep. Cool. I could have just looked here, but lazy eyes. And then what else can we copy across to make this easier? I guess we can just copy this, and we'll do this here. And then in here is going to be sort of like the intro title, I guess. And then this is going to be this sort of text along here. So yeah, I guess we can just add that in. It's not too many styles. Probably don't need to find any similar thing. Copy const intro title. Style.h1 will do. Font size. Boop, boop, boop. 40 pixels. Line height. 152%. What's that? So that's like like 60 something, right? It's basically 60 by the looks of it. It moved a little bit, so I'll do like 62 pixels. Color is going to be white. Color will be white. Text align will be center. And I guess we should do a max width of the 624. 624 pixels, and then guess padding, just so that on mobile it's got some padding away. Maybe we should do this to 40 pixels, and then we'll also change the media query for the font size, but maybe we won't worry about that for now. Is there anything I'm forgetting? I don't know, we'll find out. So let's import these things. So it looks like none of them imported, which is lovely. From styles, intro container, and intro footer. Then obviously this is going to be fine. This won't be on type submit. We can say send message with whisper. Send message with whisper. Cool. And then export default intro, and then go to here and import this intro component. Import intro from components intro. This this intro visible is fine. Set intro visible is fine because we're calling that here. We can then do on click, and we'll just set intro visible, intro visible, false. The computer's being so slow. This is fine, right? What are we saying? This just hasn't loaded yet? Is that what we're saying? Because this is also being used, but it's saying it's not, and same with this. So it could just be that ESLint is just taking its time to load that stuff in. Let's see if we have anything here. We have this send message, which is what we expect, right? So that's good, I guess. We didn't actually put any title in here, which would help. So let's, oh, didn't mean to press that. Copy as text and paste you in here. Now what do we got? We got this. Okay, so then if the intro container, let's see, this intro container has a flex of 1. Cool. Align items center. Let's justify content center so that the items are in the middle of it. Right? Does that work? I don't actually know if fast refresh is working because my computer's slow. Are you fixing that bug? Yes, the bug has been fixed. Okay, I will zoom in the code next time I'm on my code editor. No worries. By the way, is the stream quality fine for you? Because like my computer's running slow and I've got some bad frame rates and stuff. So if it's not fine, then just like shout at me. I don't know what I can do about it, honestly. But I just hope that it's fine. So I'm just gonna have this as a display flex and then justify content center. Just if I, oh yeah, I forget to increase the font size. Justify content center, cool. Um, that should move into the center, and then basically what we want to happen here is when we press this button, we want this to disappear, and we want the writer whisper to come in, and then I guess we can autofocus on this, right? So let's now go to this whisper, and I guess we can. Is autofocus a attribute? It is, right? And we can say if it is not disabled, because it's disabled when it's like not your whisper. So that should like autofocus it, right? When it's a bit choppy. Yeah, right. My internet is being really annoying. It's kind of annoying because I just upgraded my internet and got this like beastie internet speed package, and since then it's just been crap. Every now and again, I get like over 300 megabytes per second download and like 60 megabytes per second upload. But then sometimes I get 20 megabytes per second download, and I'm just like, well, why? Um, so I'm apologizing for it being choppy. There's not much I can do about it. I could just stop the stream and then try again another day. But yeah, up to you guys really. If it's really unbearable, I can do. Um, I can just stop here and do another stream. It's fine. But let me know. I don't know why I refreshed that. It's just a habit because my computer's performing so slow that this takes forever. Right. So now if I press this, this should automatically be focused. So we can now start typing, which is cool. So that is now kind of. There is. Why? Why did I do that? There is another thing that I kind of wanted to do, which is to change quite a lot of the logic, to be honest. The thing is, I no longer really need the fact that this code is stored into local storage. And I'll explain why. And that's mainly because when you write out your whisper, you can see the whisper on the screen, right? And you're probably not going to navigate it to yourself by copying the URL and pasting it into your tab bar because like you can see the whisper, so you know that it's there. So I don't think we really need to know if you're the user or not to kind of start the countdown because the only person that's going to be going to that link is someone else because you've already seen it. Kind of makes sense. And with these designs, it kind of explains a little bit better. So I don't think any of that stuff is needed, which is really cool, right? Because then we just don't need any of this. We still need this user code because we still need to pass it in here, but we can just do something like this to simplify all of that stuff. And then, so like this. Da-da-dum, da-da-dum. I don't know why this is being slow, sorry. And then we don't need this. And that would also mean that on this ID, when we view it, we also won't need to collect the code either, because it doesn't matter who you are at this point, it will just start the countdown for anyone. So if we get rid of that code, then down here, we don't need to do these checks here. We can just keep it like this. So if whisper is not equal to null and whisper expires is equal to null, then we'll update the expires. And I think that's pretty much all the changes, but that takes away quite a lot of the complexity around it, because now we no longer have to refresh that local storage on random times and stuff, which just makes a lot more sense. I don't know why this is. I'm guessing it's because it hasn't caught up yet. So I'm pretty sure that's all we need to do there, and means we can delete this whole file, right? Seems like a waste to have written that in a stream, but I think this kind of makes things a little bit easier um, in terms of functionality. It's because I only did 2 dots and not 3. Makes sense. Makes sense. Cool. I fixed it. Refresh, please. So now we're not saving that. It's fine. It will still write a whisper and things. Let me just. That's fine. Let me just open up the Redis server. So that's clearly not what I wanted to do. So that cool. It's already in use. So I'm guessing that it's already connected and it's just running in the background somewhere, which might be why my computer's running slow. Maybe I've got a bunch of things running in the background that I shouldn't have. And I did open up Activity Monitor, but like I just don't have anything that I can see in there like clear on why anything's performing badly. The thing that's using up the most is OBS, so you can blame OBS. Don't know why this isn't opening either. Oh, just super slow. Wonderful. Sorry about all of the frame rates and all of that stuff. Okay, so yeah, it's connected. So it's running somewhere in the background, which is fun. Okay, so that's fine. Let's just make this button white with black text instead. It's probably not black. It's probably like just close to black, right? It is black. That makes it easy, to be honest, because now I can just go to these buttons, styles, and change this to be white and this to be black. And I think the font weight, it's set to 600. Why I expect 600 to be thicker than that? Which is weird, right? Is it being overwritten by something, maybe? This font weight. It is being applied. What if I do 700? It's just not getting thicker. Is that usual? Is that expected on a button? That this font weight doesn't make any difference? Strange, right? Am I not the only one that thinks that's strange? We'll leave it. We'll let it do its thing. But yeah, so that's that done. And then basically you're here, send a message with Whisper. You click this and then it will say write a Whisper, which is fine, which is what we want to do. And then instead of publish, we're going to say post with Whisper. So let's change that over here. In fact, it's in here. Let's see. Post a Whisper. Right? Yep. And then instead of this placeholder for write a Whisper, I might just put in an example like don't tell anyone, but ... something like that. Something fun. I don't know if you can class that as fun. And then this text here is basically what we're looking for. So let's just go through the flow again. I basically go through the flow every time I make a change just to kind of make sure I didn't break anything, but it's just also fun to kind of go through the flow. Hey there, this is my Whisper. We still need to make that auto grow. and we need to change this disabled state. But okay, so it's published on this URL. After the first view, the countdown will start. Okay, so we've changed the copy a little bit. So let's just copy this and go to here and just paste that, and then we'll just copy here and then paste that here, like so, like so, and this should give us something closer to that, which looks like it. I think this is a different style, 20 pixels. So they're both 20 pixels and obviously both white. So let's change that in the styles on success title. This is also 20 pixels, and then we can just change this opacity value to be 1 to make it white. And then there we go. That's kind of it. And then I guess we'll have a real-time countdown in here, which will be fun, right? So let's go to this URL. Well, in fact, we only want to go to this end part, right? Because we're not live. And then it should load in the whisper and things. When it eventually loads. How's the stream going, by the way? Is it the buzz button should say post with whisper, not whisper, not a whisper. Wait, what? The post button should say post with whisper. Did I miss that? Ah, you're correct. Thank you. Alright, then it says this is my whisper. We will make that order grow, but now we need to include this footer as well down here. So on this ID here, do we even have a footer that's being rendered at all? Nope. So I guess we could move it out. Let's see. How much time do we have left on the timer? We've got 30 minutes. Let's see. Do we want to pull this stuff out of here? Or just copy and paste it across? Is basically what I'm trying to decide, because we want to have this real-time countdown, which will just update every second, so it'll be fairly simple. I think I'm going to pull this into a different component, and we can do that another day, I think, because yeah, although there's not too much more we have to do. Basically, once it fades out to nothing, I want it to go back to the home page. So basically here we can just say how do we navigate with Next.js? Is it just like router.push? I think it is, but I just want to make sure. Router.push. Okay, yeah. So we just import the router, which we might already have. We won't have it in here, but we'll have it in the parent because that's the ID. What am I doing? Cool. And then we'll say const router equals use router, like so. And then we can do router.push down here to the base URL, which will bring it back to the home page. I'm guessing this will do like a fast refresh, and then it will rerun that function, and then it will redirect to the home page. But yeah, there you go. Cool. Message retracted. I don't know if I can see that. Sorry. Cool. So I think this is pretty much it. I mean, we need to do the sort of emojis and things. But like this is the majority of it, right? yeah, it's literally like that's it. I just need to do the emojis and this countdown of 60 seconds. But hitting 9 frames per second, that's a solid bad frame rate. Um, so uh, I don't know what to do. I think it's fine. It's just a little bit. It just keeps fluctuating up and down, up and down, up and down, which is very annoying. Let's just do like a React text area auto size, I guess. See what's around. Have a little Google. Um, What's this? This has had a ton of downloads. Um, so I mean, it has the autofocus, which is what we wanted. Okay, this looks fine, right? Um, cool. Let's just do this then. And then we'll import you in here. In fact, we could probably import you into the styles because that's where this text area is, right? So if we import this here, and then instead of a styled text area, so we just keep all the same styles, we can just styled that component, which will apply these CSS styles to that component, I believe. Hoping it works that smoothly. And then I think autofocus is the only thing we need to change, maybe, unless it's already capitalized F. Yeah, okay, this looks fine. We'll reload because we installed a new package, and sometimes that doesn't work. So let's reload that. It's never hard to follow. Do you mean like, is in a good thing? Like it's fine the stream, um, or in a bad way? I don't know how that could be a bad way, but um, either one. Let me know if that's a good thing or bad thing, because I don't know how to take that right now. Um, Why is it taking so long? uh, Imagine if my computer was just this slow all the time. Like I'd just never get anything done because I'd just be waiting for things. It's only when I stream, which it just makes me think that it's my setup because I'm doing too much and it's kind of, it's too much for my computer to handle. Yeah. Yeah, it's a good thing. Yeah, it's a bad thing. You need to, like your voice is not cutting. Okay, so if my voice is not cutting, I guess it's fine. Because my worry is that the video afterwards, that gets uploaded to YouTube would have been sort of impossible to follow. So there'd be no point in me doing anything. But as long as it's sort of okay to follow, I might get some dislikes, but not the end of the world. So what did we even just do? Oh yeah, we added the auto grow text area, and we're gonna just see if this works. So it looks like it's working now. So this grows, which is cool, and then we can post it. Let's get rid of let's get rid of that disabled state on this button. So this disabled instead of background color red. Let's change the background color to be RGBA 0.5. We'll say cursor not allowed. Is that one? I think so. And then what we can also do is on this button, we can say, okay, well that's fine. In this whisper, we can say that this is disabled when it is loading. So we can say, if it's loading, we can say like posting like this. Else we can say post of this whisper. And that should be a bit nicer of a a loading state. It refreshed and emptied out, by the way, because I basically just did the fast refresh on my use state, so it no longer had that input in there. But this should still be the input, right? Yeah. So I know that basically that kind of takes a little while to pop in, and it says like um, the placeholder text for a while, but we can change that, and we should be able to fix that fairly easily. Um, okay, so I'm just gonna hope, like with everything else in this so far, that we can just do and add the types to this, and it already exists, and I don't have to type it. Um, as it's such a popular package, it probably is going to be the case. So that's a good reason why to use these popular packages, which that was fine. So now this will go away, which is nice. And then I was going to change something. I was going to change something. What was I going to change? Ah, yeah. So basically, it's loading because this whisper is set to null, or is it not? So let's see, this use state has a default. Okay. Okay, so we can say if whisper, um, eh, if whisper dot whisper, I guess. I just don't like how that looks. But because whisper is never null, it's only because this default here is actually the object that we expect. So now that this should kind of work in the fact that it wouldn't show the whisper until it's loaded in, and then it will start fading in. So let's have a look. Don't tell anyone, but I don't know what to say. I like to jump. And then we post it. This whisper will disappear forever in 60 seconds. So we'll take this link and we'll share it with people, blah, 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 blah. But we'll go to / here, and then it will load in I like to jump, and then it will start fading out. Okay, cool. So I think this is pretty much everything done on it in terms of functionality, and it works. I think the next thing, how long have I got? I've got 20 minutes left of the hour that I set for myself. We did the auto size, that was super simple. I'm a little bit worried about doing these emojis because I think they're going to be hard to do on mobile. And talking about mobile, this looks fine. Let's just actually go to like a mobile sort of thing in the inspect element, this little mobile icon here. That way we can change to be like iPhone X or something, just like a common phone device. And scroll down. Is it really going to stay that small? Do I have to change this to be... Okay, so this is what it said. This is what it looks like on iPhone. Okay, so it doesn't scroll. Oh, god damn it. I always do that, which is a bad thing, right? But I'm sure that's an easy fix. Let's have a look. So why would that not scroll? It would be in the layout component. And it'll be because we have this having a min height of... but it has an overflow hidden. So maybe that's probably why. We'll wait for that to refresh. Maybe I'll just refresh it, just in case I'm being silly. Okay, still doesn't scroll. Lovely. That's what I like to see. So we have this, which is a min height of 100, position absolute. And then this, which is wrapping it, also has a min height. Overflow hidden. Maybe we just remove that again, and that would help. There we go. Okay, we can scroll now. So that fixes that. But does that break anything on here? Like, okay, so that makes it so that these elements here go completely off the screen and make this horrible scroll, which we don't want, obviously. So let's just go back into here and see what we can do about that. I guess we could do overflow X. I just don't know if that's supported anymore, because there's like overflow dash X hidden. I never know if this property is supported anymore. But I guess we'll see. It doesn't look like it did anything, right? Because obviously if we have just overflow here, then that would work, right? Let's just wait for that to refresh. Okay, so that also didn't work, which is kind of nice, because that means that overflow X might be working. My cat. So this should stop it from overflowing, right? Okay, cool. So then if we overflow X, does this also stop it from overflowing? Yes, cool. So then if we inspect element, it should also still be able to scroll, which we can. Cool. We'll do this. This needs some padding by the looks of it. So let's say in here we have this styled form. Maybe we can say padding 0 pixels, I will say like 20 pixels, because is that gonna do anything? What did I do that? I did that on the form, right? I just don't think it's applied. It does have the padding 20 pixels. Okay, so it means that whatever's inside this, which is these divs, okie dokie. Okie dokie. Let's see if we can fix this. This has no width properties, so I'm guessing it would be the case of just saying this input container has a flex of 1 already. Oh yeah, it does. So here, why? Okay, because yeah, flex is 1 on this is gonna make the height grow bigger, right? Because of the flex column property. So maybe if we do width 100%, that should, there we go, that should help. Cool. And I mean, I'm not really too bothered about this as long as it looks like fine-ish and it works. So we can be like, hello, this is now working or something. And then post. And then this also looks fine. And I don't know if we should make this clickable, but like a link, but then it's gonna open it for them. I kind of don't want that. Maybe you can click to copy it to your clipboard. Maybe. Good job we came out of there. So this width 100% is now less, because maybe you need to be width 100%, and that's going to push it wider than 100% because of this padding. So we should probably do box sizing border box to kind of like calculate the padding with the width, so that this 100% isn't being pushed by this padding. And then does that push it out to the center again? Who knows? Who knows? So what do we have here? We have this width 100%. This is fine. It's this text area which doesn't have. So maybe this text area too should have a width of 100%. Does this have any padding in it? I don't think so, because it doesn't have a background, so why would it need padding? And then that pushes it there. and then I always forget, and you can just click this button and it's fine. And that pushes it down, which is fine. I'd say we don't need it to scroll that much. I wonder what's pushing that down. It's probably the background gradients, right? Let's see. This one and this one, yeah. These should be positioned absolute though, right? So why would that be why would the position absolute be affecting the height? Unless it's not. That's but they're the only things that go past like this sort of height. So that makes me think that that is the case. Okay, I'm not too bothered about that. It's now working, which is cool. The product now, I guess, is able to be shared. I'll probably be updating it over time because I don't know. I think the next stream now is going to be not this, and it's going to be something else because now this kind of is all functional. So let's just commit all of this stuff up. So git add, git commit, added, final changes. And if you guys want, you can follow the repository or give it a star, because I'll probably do like the emojis and stuff and then remove this after a little while, just, selfless plug for anyone who does want to share it. And then I'll do the emojis and make them sort of translating and stuff, and I'm probably going to do that off screen, honestly. Maybe not actually, because I guess I do have this 60-second countdown to do, which might take like 30 minutes or so, which maybe I could do at a stream. But basically, now I want something else to do. So something similar size to what I've been doing with my personal site and with this. What do you guys think? What do you guys think is the next thing I should do? I have no idea. I've got something in the works, but it's not ready yet. Just need to think it out a little bit more because it's kind of a bigger project and it's going to involve all of you, because obviously I'm not going to be doing a stream every day, even though recently I have been doing a stream every day. It's just been easy to get into. Maybe that will continue, maybe it won't. It's going to end fairly soon, yeah. I set a timer for 1 hour, and then that was how much I was going to stream for, and it's been 12. I've got 12 minutes left. And I've had a lot of issues with the stream with frame rates and all of that crap. So that's been annoying, although everything seems to be back up to normal now, and everything seems to be doing a little bit better, which is nice. Something like Omegle, but safe. Okay, so like a live webcam sort of thing where you randomly get connected with someone. Yeah, we could do. I'm not sure how we can keep it safe though, because there are some like people that would just abuse that. But maybe we can keep it safe by just using some like friendlier branding and stuff. But I doubt that's gonna really do it. And obviously I'm not gonna be monitoring it or anything, so it's probably gonna get abused if I make something like that. So maybe not. I was thinking like a little task app, little to-do task app, but like everyone's done them, and got to do something different. So yeah, it's hard to kind of think of these things. It really is. Bobby came up with this idea for Whisper. So if he has any other great ideas in the bank, then that'd be cool. Let's have a look and see if this site has been updated live yet. So let's go to whisper.li. Cool. It looks like it's now live, so you guys can come on here, do a whisper, and then say like, "Hey, this is my whisper You don't have to write that, obviously. Um, and then what happens if we keep going, by the way? I think I might make the max width of this a little bit smaller. Yeah, let's do that before I head off. We've got 10 minutes. Because I don't know, I don't like a online virtual machine. Uh, why? Why though? Because like the thing is, like, yeah, maybe it's a cool project and maybe it will work out great, but like, there's probably, without even looking into it, there's probably people that have done it already and their full-time job is to do it, so it's going to be so much better than anything I make. Um, so like, I don't think I want it to make anything that's like massive or like kind of like that heavy, because I don't know, I'm liking these like small little sites that I can do in like literally a couple days. Um, but it's a cool idea, maybe. I don't know. I don't know. I'm gonna need some comments on these videos with just loads of suggestions. So yeah, let's make this text area have a max width first. So let's just put some put some text in here. And then let's say we've got the width of 100%, and we'll do like a max width of like 600 pixels, which should push it in, but it might be aligned over here. Yep. So now this input container has a line item center, but if we do justify content center also, this should then move it into the center, right? Yep. Okay, so that's that one. Small change done. Let's say fixed the alignment of the text area. Maybe I should make a website which randomly tells me, or maybe I should do. So before, when I was live streaming, I used to have LifeX lights in my office, and then every time I got like a syntax error or test would fail on my code editor on VS Code, I made a custom extension which would flash the lights in my room red or flash them green depending if it was successful or not. That was quite fun. I could do that again on stream, which might be quite cool. Um, you're working on a website just to put my coding projects on. Oh, cool. Put the link to your website in the chat if you like. You know, plug it. I don't mind. I don't mind. Um, so yeah, I'd also like to check it out because that'd be cool. If it has a URL yet, that is. So I hope you guys will try out this Whisper thing and give it a post. See how it goes. See if your friends like it. Also, don't feel like you have to use it. I literally just made it for fun. But it turned out to be quite a cool project. And it will be nice once we have these like little floating emojis and we have like the countdown timer. But like, honestly, with the time that I have left, maybe I could squeeze in these emojis because they're just basically going to be absolute positioned. Um, no, I'll leave it. I'll leave it. I'll leave it. Cool. So I think I don't really have much else to do, but happy to stay around if anyone has any general questions on anything. If anyone's uh, learning anything and they're stuck with something and I may be able to help, I might not. I honestly don't know everything, obviously. So if you ask me a really complicated question, I'm just gonna be like, but um, but yeah, we'll see. And hope everyone's Monday went well. Hope everyone had a productive first day back of the week. It's always fun getting back on Monday. So yeah, but if no one has any questions and we're all good, I think that change has probably been uploaded now. Let's let's see. So this is obviously still my local host. So now if we click this and we say it should wrap. Cool. And then we can post, and then it will say posting, and it will say your whisper will disappear forever after 60 seconds. So then you'd copy this and you post it on your social network or whatever, and then I did think I fixed that, right? That's sort of like it has the, maybe it's a cache thing. Hold on, I'll check in a second. Just joined the stream. What's you been up to today? Hey man, unfortunately, we're ending the stream soon. It was just a really quick 1 hour stream to kind of get the new styles across. I didn't do all the styles. I didn't do these like little floating emojis, and I didn't do the real time countdown on the page that you view the whisper on. But yeah, I will probably be doing that in like a second stream, but just don't have enough time to fit any of that stuff in, and I don't want to start something and get halfway through it. But other than that, been working obviously today, which was good. Always fun. Always love getting back on Monday and catching up with everything and just getting the week started off well. And then that's been pretty much it. I went for a walk this morning at 7 a.m. Walked through the fields which are by my house, and then got to work. It was a nice walk though. How can I fix the downloads on my website? Well, I mean, I'm gonna need a little bit more context than that. But there you can just add a download attribute to a link. So let's just do a tag download. This download attribute, if you add this to like an image or to like a file, then instead of trying to open the file in the browser, it will basically, so let's see, click on the image to download it. We see we've got this anchor tag. Let's see if we can up this. See, we've got this like anchor tag which is wrapping this image, but this anchor tag has the download attribute on it. So when I click this, it will download the image instead of opening it up into like a new tab. So yeah, maybe that will help, maybe not. It's just like a nice way you can do downloads. Hopefully that helps. Hopefully that helps. Cool. Well then, I guess I'm gonna head off. So thanks guys for joining. I didn't put like a tweet out or anything. I didn't put any messages out because, as I said, this was just like a super chill one. Nothing really went into it. It was just some front end stuff and like a little bit of a change. But yeah, feel free to go use whisper.li. Feel free to subscribe and like the video because that helps out a lot. And yeah, comment below if you've got any suggestions for future streams and all of that stuff. But I'm gonna go, so peace out and hope you guys have a good rest of your Monday. See you later, guys.